Hi, this is my racial autobiography. Um, Before I begin, I do want to give a little bit of the disclaimer. I'm not a big fan of the term race, only because I am a historian and I know the history of the term and how it evolved and how it's been used throughout history to more as a divisive tool, and how the original intent was more of one of a scientific approach to trying to understand the evolutionary process that was associated to the different skeletal features or the different skeletons that were found throughout the world, and they kind of concluded that there was three or four. So anyway, I'll start off with that. But for the sake of this project, for this introduction, I will tell you a little bit about what my race is. I am first born here in the United States, so I'm assuming that makes me first generation American. My parents and my older sister were born in Mexico. My sister was born in Tijuana, and my parents were both born in a town in Zacatecas called Nochistlán, which has a little bit of important history in Mexico. A little bit of the history of it was that Nochistlán was a place of indigenous tribe called the Cascanes, and when the Spaniards left Tenochtitlan, they were trying to expand and create more presidios throughout moving towards the Pacific Ocean. And they decided to set up a presidio, the first presidio moving towards the west. They set it up right there in Nochistlán, and they called it Guadalajara. Um, Eventually, that post did not last long, and then they had to relocate to what is today Tonalá, which is in the state of Jalisco, and then they moved over to where is Guadalajara today. So Nochistlán has a distinct honor of calling itself La Primera Guadalajara, which means the first Guadalajara of Mexico. Um, so that's a little bit about the history. Um, Other than that, my my background is such. I relate a lot with my Mexican traditions, but as you can tell, I don't typically look like a Mexican of sort. So I'm constantly having to explain to folks because I am lighter complected. Sometimes others have confused me for other nationalities or ethnic groups. I've been approached by people speaking different languages. Somebody asked me if I was Egyptian once or Armenian. I don't take offense to that. I think that, in my opinion, specifically Latin Americans, that we don't have the luxury of the history that a lot of cultures and nationalities have had for a long time. Our history and culture, to a certain extent, has been decimated through the colonial process, and we don't have that ability to really connect to a certain extent. So to a certain, basically what I'm saying is that it's a newfound culture, and what I love about Latino Americanos and Mexicanos in general is that we come in all colors, and that's how I'm justifying it. But racially, um, I was born and raised in Boyle Heights. If you know where Boyle Heights is, it's the first neighborhood east of downtown Los Angeles. I went to Roosevelt High School, and then eventually I applied to several universities, but I decided to kind of stay close to home, so I went to Cal State LA. There at Cal State LA, I got my bachelor's degree in social science with an emphasis in history and a minor in world politics. Eventually, I stood there and I got my master's degree in political science with an emphasis in theory. And I've since then gone back to get my teaching credential, and then now I cleared my credential with UC San Diego. So, wow, that's a lot. I think I'm gonna stop here because I don't want to go beyond the 5 minutes. So anyway, my name is Manuel Quesada. You can just call me Manny. Thank you.